Alright guys, this is the first update on the Farmall Super Ray governor. Pulled it apart today. First off, I just want to show you have to take the front grille off, you have to take the radiator shroud off, and you have to take the cross brace off, okay, in order to get access, easy access to the governor cover, okay. Alright, first off I'm going to start with the governor itself. Okay, I hope you can see this. Again, I'm working outside and the sunlight I know sucks. Anyways, weights were not hung up, okay, pushing on the shaft here, okay, you can see the weights. That bottom one hangs down until I push it in and it pops into place, which I think is normal. Okay, they both move, okay, but when I pulled it off, that one was in a down position as when I pulled it off, which I think is normal because I released the tension here. You see, when I push on this tension, it pops back in. So I think that was normal. So I don't think the weights were hung up. Okay, now this is the truss bearing. Okay, I'll bring it up here. We get a closer look at it, hopefully. All right, truss bearing. The bearings in the truss bearing are not broken out of the cage. They're all there. They all seem to be actually pretty good. Okay. The two races also look good. They're not scorn. So I don't think that was my major problem. Although now that I have it all pulled apart, obviously I think it's wise to replace the truss bearing and never have to think about it again. So I don't know how long it's been in there. My brother rebuilt this tractor about 10 years ago. I don't know if he got into the governor though. Okay, so that's the truss bearing. So the truss bearing was, I don't think, the culprit here. Whether those weights were hung up or not, I can't say. Alright, but anyway, and this end spring here does have tension. Okay, the end spring in here, it has plenty of tension, okay, to push in. Okay, now going into the case itself. Okay, as suspected by most everybody, the spring was not broken. Okay, that spring in there, the sunlight here is just horrendous, but that spring in there is not broken. Okay, try to show you here. Very hard to show you, but that spring is not broken. Okay, it seems to me like it has about a 1/4 inch slop. By that I mean before it actually starts applying tension, if I hold the two arms. So I don't know if that's normal or not. I just don't know. So, but it's not broken for sure. Okay, there's nothing else broken inside there. Alright, so what my problem was, it's still a puzzle. So, I'm going to, oh man, working by yourself here sucks. So, yeah, I'm going to replace the spring anyway, and replace the bearing, but just wanted to do a quick video here to show you. It was not that tremendously terrible taking it apart. It's a pain in the ass to take that front hood off and the shroud off the radiator, but I don't know if that weight was hung up or not. That was my problem, or if the spring does have too much slop in it. It's very hard. I can't really show you holding the camera, but it's got about maybe a 1/4 inch. If I hold one arm and push on the other, it's got about a 1/4 inch before I feel tension, serious tension on that spring. Alright, so trying really hard to get into a light here where you can see it. I cleaned it all out with a carb cleaner, sitting out in the sun now, letting it dry out. And that was one of my other questions, was should I be adding grease to the pivot points in here for reassembling or what? one of the other videos of a different kind of governor, the guy said he added oil to the casing. I don't see anywhere to add oil. I don't see any place on this to add oil. So, anybody knows anything about that, let me know. But trying real hard to get this in the right angle so you can see it. And if you see that that cross yoke there, I can see how that could rub sometimes. But that adjustment, try to show you here. Again, I'm sorry, man, but this is just impossible to do by yourself. That adjustment there, you see, I got adjustment side to side. That adjustment's adjustable. This nut here opens up on the other side and move the arm in or out. That adjustment's adjustable. Okay? If I grab the shaft here and try to rock it any which way, it has no slop. Okay? There's no slop up or down, so I don't think those bushings are shot. Alright? So I'm going to replace the spring and replace the bearing. By the way, Steiner does not have the bearing listed on their site. I went on Farmall.com parts, and that little bearing, that little maybe 1¼ inch diameter bearing, that little sucker cost $54. The bearing with the two-piece race, $54. That little, I can't believe that. I'm going to try a couple other places, see if I can find anybody knows anywhere else, let me know. But I really don't think it's bad, but I'm sure it is worn. I don't know how long it's been in there, so since I have it apart, like I said, I might as well put it back together the right way and put new parts in it. So I'm going to replace the bearing and races, I'm going to replace the spring, and we'll see where we are from there, guys. Hopefully that'll be the issue. Zoom in on this one more time. If there's anything you guys know what you're looking at, want to see. And that's it, guys. So, okay, that shaft pulls out no problem. Alrighty, guys, we'll be back with more once I get those parts and get it together. Thanks for watching. Welcome, Daniel.